In this video, I'm going to make a design for my Instagram and I'm going to take you on the journey with me. Let's go. So before we get started, if you're looking for more tips, tricks, hacks, tutorials, and other design inspiration videos, then make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also don't forget to click that notification bell to get notified every time that I post a new video. This is episode 7 of the Photoshop Therapy series. I can't believe we've done that many already. And if you don't know what this series is, it's basically just me designing a post for my Instagram, and you come along with me on the journey as I come up with ideas, try different things out, experiment, and hopefully you may learn something along the way. Now, I don't call this a tutorial because I'm not explaining what I'm doing, but just by watching, hopefully you'll be able to pick a few things up. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This week's theme is I am making a way in the wilderness, and I've got to create a design around that theme. So let's get started. So I'm using my normal Instagram preset here, which is 3840 by 4800, and I just find that gives me a good amount of crisp on my images, gives Instagram the opportunity to kind of shrink it down a bit, but not lose too much quality. So that's why I used that size. So we're gonna go ahead and get started like I always do. I say this probably every time, you're probably sick of this now, just by getting the text written down on the artboard. So I am making a way in the wilderness. Okay, wilderness is quite a big word, so we need to work out how we're gonna treat that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, I like the idea of highlighting the word wilderness and doing something cool with that. So I think we'll get that typed out separately, and we'll start playing around some fonts and see what works. I've got some ideas, but we'll try a few things out and see what happens. So let's have a look at, so I quite like League, and I feel like I could do something pretty cool with this if I get it right. So let's just try and make that a bit bigger. And we're gonna center that up. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just try some of these warp shapes up here, like changing some of the warp, whatever you call it. I'm just gonna warp it, there you go. And just see what we can make it look like. So that's the first piece that I'll do. I'm just gonna convert that into a smart object for a second. Now we can always go back and change these things. I just wanna get something on paper, an idea, and see where we go from there. So what I might try now is doing a perspective. Like this. Try something like that. Kind of got that like old school movie poster style, which I kind of like. And now we try to work out how we might put some text around that. So let's just try putting that like this. So I think a way as well will benefit from being larger. So let's try adding a way. It's kind of a nice font. That's called Can It. Can it be used as a font? Yes, it can. I just want to apologize to everyone for putting you through such an awful joke. I think that can work like that. So now I just need to work out how to put a way in there. We'll try like a cursive one. Should be quite a nice word to have as like a cursive. Okay, I have a font called Luminaire that I quite like. Let's see if I can make that work. Okay, that could be cool. Like that. Maybe I make those two things. Stack them like that. Reduce the spacing maybe. Bring some guides in just to see what we're doing. I know this looks a little messy right now, but we'll get there where it doesn't look so bad. What if I change this and made it more like that way? Would that be weird? I feel like it is a little weird. I feel like this way works, and I'm not sure why. Okay, so now I need to get the next part in, which is I am making a way. I guess I could have a on this side. That and have those, all three of those line up. I don't think I'll have the circle around it, but I think there should be some kind of accent there. But we'll work that out in a second. For now, I'm more focused on getting this top text right. I'll put in like so, bring that down. Make sure these three guys are evenly spaced on the same level like that. Make those a group. I think I'll just try adding A to here instead. Get Get rid of that one. I think it gives us a little more flexibility. So I'm going to center those two guys up. And then group these two. Okay, we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer. What if I did? We'll make it like that. Probably change the font though. Let's have a look. Let's try new pass and then make that like 95 black. Okay, that could be cool. That's got the right gaps there now as well. We'll just make that one a little thicker, like 26, something like that. Maybe I'll make that text a tiny bit smaller, just like so. Okay, that's looking better to me. It's got a bit of hierarchy than before. I didn't feel like it had that before, so that's cool. Okay, so my next step will probably be to, I'm going to convert that into a smart object. And I'm going to do something I've been trying out quite a lot recently. This kind of, I guess it was through experimentation, kind of found this way to make things look like, what's the word, like ink bleed, but not the way I was doing before. I made a tutorial before about ink bleed, and this is a different way of doing it, and I kind of prefer it, so I will have to do an updated tutorial at some point. Okay, like that. And then what I'm going to do is remove the white from the edges that I put there to make the effect work. Okay, and so now we can start to bring some like wilderness images in and see what we can do. So this is the first one, and I'm just going to add a color overlay just to see how it's looking. But I wonder if this is too like cliche. I also feel like I need some text underneath here. So let's add that before it's too late. So we're going to extend this canvas and we're going to go to 3000 like that, and I'll push that up slightly. And probably needs to be a little bit bigger. Make that 3250 instead. Okay. And then I am just going to quickly find out what that Bible verse is that I'm referencing. It is Isaiah, that's it. Or Isaiah, as you guys would say. Most of you anyway. But it's Isaiah here, so that's how we're saying it. So Isaiah. Make sure I spell that right. It's always my biggest fear when I do anything with Isaiah, is I spell it wrong. 19. something like that. And then what I can do is center everything back up again. So align to canvas, boom. And this is probably all gonna be a little bit messed up, so now we have to just adjust this. So we got to 3250 on here, like so, perfect. Save that, save that, save, oh, no, I need to adjust that one. So let's go, change that to 3250, great. Okay, now this should be good to go. So let's try a different wilderness image. Not sold. I know I didn't give that one much time, but I just wasn't feeling it. Let's try this one. Yeah, I like it. It might just be a little bit boring. I think I need to do some more text effects, and that's going to get us to where we need to be. But I was instantly, as soon as I saw this verse, I was like, the Scottish Highlands are like the perfect place to set this image. It's one of my favourite places in the world. Kind of like that blue, actually. We'll keep it like a rustic colour for now. And let's just try adding some effects on it. So I'm going to take that colour overlay off for now. And we'll start working on some effects, then we'll go from there. So first thing I'm going to do is add another stroke. So convert to smart object. Then we're going to go to the filters and see what we can do. So torn edges is pretty cool. Do some cool things with that. So we can make that a bit more grainy. Like that. And then if we go to threshold, I might be able to pull the most out of that. Yeah, look. Something like that. And then we remove that part. Cool. Do another one maybe. So just keep it in a stroke. I have like a stroke saved on there now, which gets me the effect. It's kind of nice to have a little shortcut hack. That's pretty cool. That's the photocopy effect. Okay, good to know. Let's try working with that and see what happens. So I'll probably take away the white background like this, and then just to improve that slightly, I'm going to make it a little thicker. Try something like that. Oh, too far. Maybe just a little bit less. Okay. Cover that smart object. Now let's do a color overlay. Still like that first photo, I feel like we can do something with that. I think the first thing I am going to do is remove the house. So we use the old classic. Probably for this one, I'll use the spot healing brush and see if we can make it work. It might be too much, but we'll give it a try. Yeah, probably do a content aware fill instead. So the way to do that is we're going to select this area here, like so. We're going to add a new layer, edit, content aware fill, and then we're just going to basically pull in all the data that's around here. So like this. Try not to get anything that we don't want to use in. Yeah, it's much better. So now that's kind of removed the house, which is cool. So what I'll do is I'll make this a smart object. Bring these two things together, like that. Okay, now let's bring that back. I want to kind of have that path showing. Something like that might be cool. No, it just looks a little, and it doesn't look very well weighted. It seems out of place. Something like that would work, I think. So now let's try changing the color. Yellow's cool, but a bit cliche. I like the orange, but I feel like I use orange too much. What I'll do is I'll keep it blue for a second. I'm just going to get some new effects on there, and then we'll just see where we are in a second. Once I've got some more effects in, maybe we can know where we're at. So that's a noise layer added, and then I'll probably just go ahead and go to here, and add like a dust effect. Bring those in, make that bigger, center that up. Okay, let's try choosing a color now. I do like the orange, but I don't know. That's cool. Now I've changed the color slightly. That helps the orange a bit more. Might just pull some of the contrast out. Seems a little contrasty. Okay, let's try a different color overlay. It's the Isaiah that I'm trying to get to stand out a bit more. But I don't want a bright color really. Kind of like the red. I do think the red has something. I mean, that yellow is pretty cool. If I can just bring down some of the background. Something like that. Just keep trying with different colors. I think red is, I don't know, I do like the red. Let's just try adding a small amount of noise to it as well. What if I blurred it a little bit? Nah. Okay, let's see how that looks if it's on the grid. Cool, that would fit pretty good. I'm just going to do a quick hue and saturation layer and just see really quickly if there's anything that stands out. I do like orange. Okay, I've decided I'm going with orange. Can't help it. Cool. I think we're pretty much there. I'll just add another noise layer. Put that one down here. Reduce it to like 20%. So there you have it. That is I Am Making a Way in the Wilderness, episode 7 of the Photoshop Therapy series. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read over your feedback, and maybe I'll implement that into my next design. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. It really does go a long way to helping this channel, and consider subscribing for plenty more videos like this to come. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.